היום בצהריים התקבלה פנייה מצה"ל לעזור בזיהוי רב המרצחים יחיא סנוואר. רופאי השיניים המתנדבים של משטרת ישראל בעצם מקבלים מהשטח תמונות של השיניים שלו, ומשווים לנתונים קודמים שיש לנו ומוודאים כך זיהוי חד דרכי של יחיא סנוואר. במקביל למכון לרפואה משפטית מגיעות דגימות של הגופה, אנחנו נוטלים טביעות אצבע ומשווים למאגרי משטרת ישראל. המכון לרפואה משפטית מפיק פרופיל DNA, מעביר למאגר משטרת ישראל למאגר DNA, בשני המקרים אנחנו מוצאים התאמה ליחיא סנוואר, ככה שיש לנו בעצם גם DNA, גם טביעת אצבע וגם שיניים של יחיא סנוואר. כל הנתונים האלה מצויים בידי משטרת ישראל ובידי שב"ס, ולמעשה אנחנו משתמשים בנתונים קודמים על מנת להשוות.
Today Israel confirmed that Yahya Sinwar, the leader of Hamas, is dead. And justice has been served. And the United States, Israel, and the entire world are better off as a result. Sinwar was responsible for the killing of thousands of innocent people, including the victims of October 7 and hostages killed in Gaza. He had American blood on his hands. Today, I can only hope that the families of the victims of Hamas feel a sense and measure of relief. Sinwar was the mastermind of October 7, the deadliest day for the Jewish people since the Holocaust. A terrorist attack that killed 1,200 innocent people and included horrific sexual violence and more than 250 hostages taken into Gaza, including 7 Americans, living and deceased, who remain in captivity. A terrorist attack that triggered a devastating war in Gaza, a war that has led to unconscionable suffering of many innocent Palestinians and greater instability throughout the Middle East. In the past year, American Special Operations and intelligence personnel have worked closely with their Israeli counterparts to locate and track Sinwar and other Hamas leaders. And I commend their work. And I will say, to any terrorist who kills Americans, threatens the American people, or threatens our troops or our interests, know this, we will always bring you to justice.
Yahya Sinwar, the leader of Hamas terrorist organization, who was responsible for the October 7th massacre, is dead. Sinwar was responsible for the most brutal attack against Israel in our history, when terrorists from Gaza invaded Israel, massacred Israelis in their homes, raped our women, burned entire families alive, and took over 250 men, women, children, and babies hostage into Gaza. 101 hostages still remain in captivity in brutal conditions. For the past year, Sinwar tried to escape justice. He failed. We said we would find him and bring him to justice, and we did it. It was Yahya Sinwar who decided to wage war with Israel, while hiding behind civilians in Gaza. Since the beginning of this war that Sinwar started on October 7th, we've said, our war is with Hamas, not with the people of Gaza. And we mean it. We are working to increase the amount of humanitarian aid, including food, water, and medicine that goes into Gaza, to the people of Gaza who are suffering because of Yahya Sinwar. On this day, our thoughts are with the families of those murdered or kidnapped because of Sinwar. We bow our hearts, heads, and we bow our heads and remember our brave soldiers who paid their ultimate sacrifice to defend the people of Israel. Our work is not done. We will not rest until we bring home all our hostages, by any means, and we will continue to operate until we complete all our missions in defense of the people of Israel. Thank you.
1 year ago, Yahya Sinwar, the terrorist chief of Hamas, launched the October 7th massacre against Israel. It was the bloodiest attack on the Jewish people since the Holocaust. It was the worst attack on the Jewish state since the founding of Israel. Sinwar's terrorists murdered in cold blood 1,200 people. That's elderly people, Holocaust survivors, children. They brutally raped women. They beheaded men. They burnt babies alive. And they took some 250 men, 251 women, men, and children hostage to the dungeons of Gaza. Today, the mastermind of this day of sheer evil is no more. Yahya Sinwar is dead. He was killed in Rafah by the brave soldiers of the Israel Defense Forces. While this is not the end of the war in Gaza, it's the beginning of the end. To the people of Gaza, I have a simple message. This war can end tomorrow. It can end if Hamas lays down its arms and returns our hostages. Hamas is holding 101 hostages in Gaza, who are citizens of 23 countries, citizens of Israel, but citizens of many other countries. Israel is committed to doing everything in our power to bring all of them home. And Israel will guarantee the safety of all those who return our hostages. But to those who would harm our hostages, I have another message. Israel will hunt you down and bring you to justice. I also have a message of hope to the peoples of the region. The axis of terror that was built by Iran is collapsing before our eyes. Nasrallah is gone. His deputy Muhsin is gone. Haniyeh is gone. Deif is gone. Sinwar is gone. The reign of terror that the Iranian regime has imposed on its own people and on the peoples of Iraq, Syria, Lebanon, and Yemen, this too will come to an end. All those who seek a future of prosperity and peace in the Middle East should unite to build a better future. Together, we can push back the forces of darkness and create a future of light and hope for all of us.
שיהיה לכם דרך הצלחה ושאר כוח על הכל.
תודה, דרום אחד, רות הישר, יוצאים לדרך. טוב, אנחנו פה יוצאים למבצע שצריך להגיד, סגירת מעגל עם, שכולנו תקווה עם רב המרצחים שטבח בבני עמנו לפני כשנה בדיוק, בחג הסוכות, בכמה סימבולי, שלשמחתנו הרבה, לוחמינו האמיצים, חיסלו אותו בעזה בחג הזה. אנחנו מכאן יוצאים למבצע שנקרא הקפה ראשונה. המבצע הוא בעצם ליווי, הבטחה של כוחותינו, שמירה ומבחינתנו מוכנות. כולנו פה שותפים למשימה לאומית וחשובה מאוד, ומכאן אנחנו יוצאים לדרך. בוא נשמע אתכם!
בוא נעשה פה שמח, בוא נעשה פה